Find angle CBD below. Now, in this circle geometry question, the angle CBD that we're looking for is this angle here. And then if you look at the diagram, the line AB is parallel to the line EC. You can see the arrow mark here. And at the same time, AB is equal to AE. Don't forget that this diagram is not drawn to scale. So the first thing I would like to do here to make this thing easy for us to solve is to first of all join the line B to E so that it will be easier for us to handle the equal lines. So I can simply join these two lines together so that it will be easier for us to handle. So now the next thing that we need to look at is the fact that this diagram ABDE is a cyclic quadrilateral. If you look at it carefully, you see that all the angles are on the circumference of the circle, that is on the body of the circle. That tells us that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, don't forget the theorem for a cyclic quadrilateral, that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are equal. So if we name this angle as first angle, then this second angle here as the second angle, this as the third, and this as the fourth, then you agree with me that first and third are opposite angles, just as second and fourth are opposite angle. So these two angles are opposite angle, and the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, meaning that when you add them together, it's going to give you 180 degrees. That's what supplementary means. So if this is 50, then for me to get this angle, what I simply need to do is to say 180 minus 50. 180 minus 50 is going to give us 130 degrees. So that means this angle here is 130 degrees. Now, it will be easier for us to get these remaining two angles, these two small angles in the triangle. So if you look at this triangle ABE, this small triangle ABE, you agree with me that it is an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. That is, this AE is equal to AB. So these two sides are equal, meaning that it is an isosceles triangle. And then we should know that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Don't forget that. The base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So that means for us to find each of the base angle, what we just need to do is to subtract the vertical angle from 180. So once you have an isosceles triangle and you want to look for each of the base angle, just say 180 minus the vertical angle, which is 130. And whatever you get, divide it by 2. So this is going to give us 180 minus 130 is 50. And then when we divide 50 by 2, we are going to get 25 degrees. So that means this angle here is 25 degrees. Just as this one here is also 25 degrees. So now the next thing I want us to look at is the line BD. If you check the line properly, it is passing through the center of the circle. So a line that passes through the center of the circle is the diameter line. So this is the diameter of the circle. Now, the theorem that should come to your mind is that angle in a semicircle is right angle. Anytime you see a diameter line, the theorem that should come to your mind is that angle in a semicircle is right angle. So how do you get that right angle? Just trace the triangle that the diameter line forms. You can see this is one of the triangle that the diameter line forms, or even I think the only triangle here that the diameter line forms. So now, if you look at it, you just need to look at the opposite angle that is directly facing the diameter line. So this is the diameter line. So the angle that is facing it in the triangle that we just traced now, the angle that is facing the diameter line is the whole of this angle. the whole of this angle. So what should come to your mind there is that the whole of this angle is 90 degrees. And the theorem is that angle in a semicircle is right angle. Right angle means 90 degrees. So any angle that faces the diameter line in a circle is always 90 degrees inside the triangle that the diameter line forms. So take note of that rule. Then now that we have this as 90, then you agree with me that we can find this angle here now. We can find this angle. Hope you are seeing that. Now, for us to find this angle, what we just need to do is to subtract this from 90. Because in a triangle, the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So if one of the angle is already 90, then you agree with me that the other two angles will also add up to 90, because 90 plus 90 is 180. So one of them is already 90. So the other two angles will also be 90. That you add them to give you 90. So if this is 50, that means we can now get this angle. Take note of that. So this angle will be 40 degrees. That is 90 minus 50 will give us 40. So that when you add 50 plus 40, 90, then plus 90 again gives you 180. Hope you are getting it fully. Now, what I need to do next is to look at this parallel line given to us. This line AB and then this line EC. You can see that they are parallel. So what we just need to watch out for is angles such as alternate angle especially. Or you can also look for corresponding angle. But here we'll be looking for alternate angles. So look at this like this now. You see a shape that is looking like this in this form. Let me put it here. So once you see two lines that are parallel like this, what you just need to know is that this elbow angle and this elbow angle together are alternate angles. And it means that they are equal. Alternate angles are equal. So if this angle that we have obtained here before is 25, just like the angle here is 25, then you agree that we can also find this angle here. That is this angle in this my small sketch. So that is where this part corresponds to. So this 25 will also be equal to this angle here, which is 25. Because they are alternate angles, and alternate angles are equal. Don't forget the Z sign like this. So alternate angles are equal. So this is 25. So you now agree with me that 25 plus 25 is 50. So that means the whole of this angle now is 50 degrees. Hope you can see that. The whole of this angle is 50 degrees. Let me just put the small 50 here. So that this angle here is 50. Now, what I want us to look at now is that this shape again, ABCE, is a cyclic quadrilateral. If you look at it, all the angles are on the circumference of the circle. So that makes it a cyclic quadrilateral, another cyclic quadrilateral in the diagram. So the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So if this angle is 50, then this opposite angle to it, that is the whole of this opposite angle. Don't forget this angle, they are opposite. We are using this quadrilateral ABCE now. So the whole of this angle is supplementary to this 50. So that will tell us that if this is 50, because supplementary means they add up to 180. So to get this remaining one, we're going to say 180 minus 50. So 180 minus 50 is going to give us the whole of this angle as equal to 130. 180 minus 50 is 130. Now, the whole of this angle comprises of three small angles. It comprises of 25. Hope you can see that. It comprises of this 40. And then it comprises of this angle CBD that we're looking for. CBD. That is this angle that we're looking for. So you agree with me that angle CBD plus the other smaller angle 40 plus the last one, which is 25, all together give us the whole of this angle at that position B. that we're looking for, which is 130. So that we just obtain, which is 130. So the whole of the three angles there give us 130. So we can now say that CBD, which is the angle that we're looking for, is equal to 130. When these two comes to this side, they become minus. 130 minus 40, and then minus 25. That will give us angle CBD as 130 minus 40 is going to give us 90. 90 minus 25 is going to give us 65 degrees. So that means the angle CBD. So the angle CBD is 65 degrees as our final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.